Let's bring in Nicole Neily, the founder and president of Parents Defending Education, along with attorney Julie Hamill from the Alliance of Los Angeles County Parents. Thank you both for coming on. We very much appreciate it. Julie, you're right here. I want to go to you first because, you talk about Kevin and he's going over this whole list of how conservatives, are saying that they are being targeted by the federal government. We saw this at school board meetings across the country, right, for months and months, and the DOJ is going after me. You're like, why are you going after parents? And now they're saying, why are you going after people who are shopping at Dick's Sporting Goods and shopping at Cabela's outdoor shops? It just doesn't make any sense, and it makes people feel like, here we go again. They're picking a group and they're just going after them like they did for parents for so long.
Right, and this is something that we saw in the Alliance case against the Department of Public Health at LA County. We got discovery that showed federal congressional offices asking to censor conservative speech.
Yeah.
And also what we're seeing, we saw last night, there was a Moms for Liberty event in New York City, and all of the liberal council members came out to rally against this hateful extremist group. Meanwhile, where were those people when the students were displaced from their high school by the migrants? And where were these people when we're having all these anti-Jewish protests in the city?
Yeah, it's a great point. You're exactly right. Nicole, to you, the Wall Street Journal op-ed by Kimberly Strassel says the following, quoting here, "What unites rich and poor parents in the revolt against education failings? A common rejection of disconnected teachers' unions and ivory tower academics. Why are growing numbers of minorities across all incomes and education levels rejecting Democrats?" I mean, it's a very good question because we talk about, we're in the political season, and we talk about why is there this shift among minority groups? They're fed up with what's happening in the world of education and so forth and so on.
Absolutely. I think many minority communities are sick of being told you're a victim, you're oppressed, you have no chance at success in America. I mean, my grandparents met at an internment camp in California, and I'm on your show tonight. I think that's a real success story.
Right.
So for me to be told that because of the color of my skin, or for my children to be told that they can't succeed, is a slap in the face, and people don't want that.
Yeah, they don't want that. Moving back to you, Julie, because we talked about this and Kevin Corke mentioned it. Maine Republican state, Katrina Smith, this is on Fox and Friends, because imagine your child getting hormonal treatment and surgery without your consent to change genders. So here's what the lawmaker in Maine said. Watch.
Maine is going to open the doors to this and open the door to kids who meet someone on TikTok. They get the idea that they need the surgery or hormone replacement therapy, and they're going to grab a bus or someone's going to come and pick them up, and they're going to bring them to Maine, and a parent is not going to do a thing about it.
Takes parents out of the mix altogether, Julie.
This is totally insane, right?
Right. It's totally insane. It shouldn't even be mainstream, and yet here we are.
And so what we're doing, and we're doing this in public school in California as well, is we are teaching children that their soul has a gender, and that their body might be mismatching their soul's gender, and then the school guides them through this psychological transition, which then leads to surgery. This is happening in multiple states throughout the country. It's absolutely insane.
Right.
And then you have cowardly politicians who are too afraid to talk about the issue. They won't look into listening to detransitioners like Chloe Cole. They won't do the research. They don't want to be called a bigot or transphobic.
Right.
And so they vote for this stuff. It's extremely harmful and dangerous to kids. So I have to talk about, in California, we have a group called Protect Kids CA. Go to protectkidsca.com. Okay. They are doing a petition. They're gathering signatures right now to get an initiative measure on the ballot to protect kids from this sort of ideology.
Yeah, it's great. Finally to you, Yale Daily News, Nicole. I'm sorry, that's not the right one. Yale Daily News, students walk out of class to stand with Gaza. Your final thoughts on this. You got about 30 seconds.
I mean, the fact that judges like Jim Ho have said they're not hiring students from Yale Law School, I mean, this is the kind of thing that is going to accelerate and make people across not just the legal field, but lots of other fields say, you know what, hiring kids from Yale graduate, the juice is not worth the squeeze. They're too much trouble. And I think this is the kind of thing that's going to start to rein in this madness.
Nicole, Julie, thank you both.